Hello and welcome to the Startup Booster program. Here is Elena, an expert in psychology of excellence. Let me quickly go through the webinar rules with you. Please do not talk on Google Hangouts simultaneously with the presenter. Just mute your microphone to avoid any interference. And if you have any questions, please use the chat or Q&A function on Google Hangout. Depending upon the topic and timeline of the webinar, we will also answer your questions in the appropriate section of the webinar. Please do not write any personal data like links, ads, or obscenity in the chat. Should you violate these webinar rules, we will eject you from Google Hangout. These rules apply to all Startup Booster webinars. Thank you very much for your understanding, and let's get started. We welcome you at the third session of the Startup Booster program, and the topic for today is your business vision. Before we continue, please let me know if you can hear me well. Just put a plus sign in the comment section if the sound is really good for you.
Hi, Daria is here. Welcome to the webinar number 3, everyone, and everybody can hear you well.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Daria. Once again, welcome to the Startup Booster program. My name is Elena. I'm an expert in psychology of excellence. And together with my colleague Daria Yegorina, who is an expert on marketing and sales and a professional startupper, we have developed this Startup Booster program. So while I'll be presenting at the webinar, as you have already understood, Daria will be moderating the chat and your questions and answers. What you will learn in the Startup Booster program? First of all, you will learn how to launch your business from scratch. Secondly, how to market and sell your products and services, and how to build and manage an international company. We will cover both psychological and business aspects just to help you launch a successful business or bring your existing business idea to the next level. Our webinars are very interactive and we really encourage you to communicate with us. So let's communicate. Just ask your questions, participate in the exercises and discussions. And apart from using Q&A session, if you find it not so easy to use, please use the YouTube comment section and our Facebook Webinar 3 event. We would like to offer these two easy options to communicate with us. Use the comments field on YouTube directly under this video broadcast. You can see the link right now. Or post your comments on Facebook directly in the Webinar 3 event. And here is the link once again. I hope all of you have already got it via social media. For this session, you will need a pen and about 5 sheets of white paper to write on. And now let's get down to the session, and the topic once again is your business vision. Now I've got a question to you. Who has already got a clear vision for his or her company stated in a written form? Please put a plus in the comments field in the chat, so whatever is comfortable for you. Let me repeat the question. Who has already got a clear vision for his or her company stated in a written form? We will wait for your pluses and answers. Well, you know that YouTube broadcast lags a little bit behind, sometimes up to 2 minutes. As soon as we've got your results, Daria will moderate and summarize all of them.
Hi, Daria is here. I would like to summarize what we've got and just combining from all the sources where we are getting the comments, I can say that it's 50-50. So some people have, some people don't have, and I have seen also somewhere plus and minus all together coming from one person.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for your comments. Thank you for summarizing, Daria. So I hope this session will be really of great help to you. Even if you already have your business vision stated in a written form, you might find some exercises interesting for you. So let's move on. And I would like to quote check Welch here. Good business leaders create a vision, articulate the vision, passionately own the vision, and relentlessly drive it to completion. To launch and develop a successful business, we as entrepreneurs really need a vision. So where is your company going, which direction, and what are the perspectives of your company? And as Jordan Belford has mentioned, every human being is thirsty for a vision. I think by providing a clear vision, you will just attract the right employees and customers to your company. Now, we will do the first exercise for today. We will work on your business vision, and I call the first exercise the big perspective. You need a really fully integrated vision for your future. Now, let's relax and imagine that you are daydreaming. Let's daydream and see the big perspective. You will need a pen and a sheet of paper for this exercise. And during the exercise, I will ask you several questions. You will have about 2 minutes to write down the answers to each question. Let's start with your short-term perspective. And here is the first question. How and where do I see myself in 6 months from now, and why? Of course, with respect to your business. Two minutes, please. How and where do I see myself in 6 months from now, and why? One more minute for this question. How and where do I see myself in 6 months from now, and why? Now, let's move on to the midterm perspective. And the next question is, how and where do I see myself in 5 years from now, and why? For this question, please. Great. Now let's focus on your long-term perspective. How and where do I see myself in 15 years from now, and why? This is your long-term perspective. 2 more minutes for that. So let's round up with this exercise. As you have understood, it is really crucial to have a long-term perspective in addition to a midterm and short-term perspective. And actually, you can check the quality of your perspective by paying special attention to how clear it is. If you have a vague idea about the long-term perspective, it is really necessary to do the exercise again and with a specific focus on your long-term perspective. Now I have a question to you. Which perspective from this exercise did you find the easiest to think about and write down? Was it the short-term perspective, the midterm, or the long-term perspective? Please share your thoughts in the comments field. So which perspective did you find the easiest one to think about and write down? Short-term, midterm, or long-term?
Hi again, Daria is here. I see the majority would be more for the short term. I have a couple of people saying the midterm and one person saying long term.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Daria, for your summary and thank you for your comments. Indeed, usually it is really quite a challenge for us to imagine what is going to happen in the distant future. That's why usually people find it easier to write down the short-term and the midterm perspective. And that's why the long-term perspective requires our special attention. So thank you very much. And now let's move on to the next exercise. So as I have mentioned before, you need a really fully integrated vision for your future. In the next exercise, we will dig a bit deeper into your company, into your business vision. So let's daydream again and see the deep perspective. For this exercise, you will need a pen and a couple of sheets of paper. I will ask you several questions. You will have about 1 to 2 minutes to write down the answers to each question. This exercise might seem a bit long to you, however, it is really crucial for having a clear business vision. Let's dig deeper into your short-term perspective, which is 6 months. And let's start with the first question. What are your company goals for the next 6 months? Please write them down. You have about 2 minutes for that. What are your company goals for the next 6 months? So let's round up with your company's goals for the next 6 months. And let's move on to the next question, which is, which products or services do you offer? So which products or services do you plan to offer in the nearest 6 months? 1 minute for that, please. Let's get down to the next question. Who is your ideal customer? Please describe your ideal customer. Now let's move on to the next question. So what is the revenue of your company in 6 months? Just write down the figure. What is the revenue of your company in 6 months? Let's move on. How is your company organized with respect to its processes and structure? Just write down some bullet points. So what about the organization of your company with respect to its processes and structure? 2 minutes for that, please. So I hope you are done with the organization of your company. Let's move on to the next question. Please describe the company culture you have in 6 months. So is it a traditional culture, a modern one? Do you offer flexible working hours to your employees? Just use the bullet points. Describe the company culture. And finally, please describe your ideal employee. So let's round up with the first part of this exercise with a deep perspective concerning the first 6 months of your company. And let's move on to the midterm perspective. Let's continue daydreaming. And now we will focus on your midterm perspective, which is your business vision in 5 years. Once again, I will ask you several questions, and you will have about 1 to 2 minutes to write down the answers to each question. And the first question is, what are your company's goals for the next 5 years? Please write them down. 2 minutes for that, please. Now let's move on to the next question. Which products or services do you offer in 5 years? Please focus on your midterm perspective. Just list them down. Let's move on to the next question, which is, who is your ideal customer in 5 years? Just use the bullet points describing your ideal customer. Let's move on to the finances. So what is the revenue of your company in 5 years? Please write down the figure. What is the revenue of your company in 5 years? The next question is, how is your company organized with respect to its processes and structure in 5 years from now? Just focus on the organization of your company, processes and structure. 2 minutes for that, please. Some of the questions might take you longer to write down, so we really encourage you to repeat the exercise after the webinar or whenever you find time for that, and do everything, with plenty of time. So let's round up with the vision concerning the processes and structure of your company. And let's move on to the next question. Please describe the company culture you have in 5 years. Once again, is it a traditional culture? Is it a modern culture? Do you offer flexible working hours to your employees? And so on and so forth. Just use the bullet points, please. Let's move on to the final question in this section. Please describe your ideal employee. So let's round up with the midterm perspective. And the third part of this daydreaming exercise really needs your full concentration and more time. Therefore, please do it after the webinar whenever you are relaxed and nobody distracts you. And please find time to dig deeper into your company, focusing on a long-term perspective. How and where do I see my company in 15 years? Please go through the same points, focusing on the long-term perspective. It is really crucial to have a long-term perspective in addition to a midterm and short-term perspective. So this is kind of your homework. Let's move on. I have found a very nice video for you. It is about the vision statement. Let me share the video with you. I hope the technology works.
You have a vision for your company. I mean, a statement, a phrase, or a description which tells where your business is heading, what you want to achieve, and why your company exists. I mean, don't get confused with these pseudo visions of corporate world. So forget these kind of visions like as a reliable partner for our customers, we count on innovation, creativity, and consistent customer focus, as well as some top performance in all areas. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, but that is just a bunch of buzzwords. It means nothing. It doesn't say anything. How does this statement helps to differentiate to any other company? It doesn't. Everyone wants to be a reliable partner. Every company wants to be customer focused. Want another example of bad visions? We work hard to be a company that our shareholders, customers, and society want. Oh, come on! That is boring! That's so generic. It can be true for almost every company. And here's another great vision. We will be the #1 in our industry and strive for double-digit sales and profit growth over the next 5 years. What? That's not a vision. Maybe the investors love this statement, but it's not a vision. What about the customers, the employees and partners of this company? Does this statement inspires, energize, or motivates anyone? No, it doesn't. Sorry, guys. In the corporate world, this kind of vision statements are totally useless. What is a true vision? True vision. People often get confused with what is the difference between vision and mission. So very briefly, a vision tells where you are going, and a mission tells why your business exists. But don't think too much about these definitions and what is what. It's not that important, at least not for you as an entrepreneur. If you are an entrepreneur running a small business, you should focus on the two major questions. First, why does your business exist? Second, where do you want your business to go? To make it very clear, the first question is by far the most important one. Why does business exist? I mean, what is the purpose of your company? Generally speaking, there's only one purpose. And no, sorry guys, it's not to earn money. It's to satisfy the needs of customers. So, think about who are your customers? What customers do you focus on? And what does your company do to satisfy the needs of these customers? How does your company help? And who does your company help? Now, if we're talking about a vision, think big. Why is your company important? Or at least it will be important in the future. Now let's have a look on some examples of great visions. Our vision is to cure the world of breast cancer. That's great. An entrepreneur who is deeply committed to develop a cure for cancer. This guy will surely have little difficulties to attract employees, right? A true vision inspires, energizes, and motivates. Our vision is to provide freedom and independence to people with limited mobility. Our vision is a computer on every desktop and in every home. Well, quite successful. Imagine a world in which every single person is given free access to the sum of all human knowledge. The question is, why are these visions so great? These visions are so great because they connect with emotions. These visions show that the entrepreneur or the company strive to solve a meaningful problem. It's not about money. It's about solving a problem which makes the world a better place, which helps people. And that will inspire them. They will feel that the vision is important and useful, and that's why they want to support the vision and be part of it, as an employee, customer, or as a supplier. So, my question to you is, what's your vision? What problem is your company solving to make the world a better place?
I hope you liked the video. This was the video by Bernd Gropp, a German leader coach. Let me share the slides once again with you. So that's where we stopped. And Bernd Gropp has covered the most important issues concerning the vision statement. Therefore, I won't tell you more about it. You're getting a kind of homework from us. Please create your vision statement at home. Based on this video, please create your vision statement. You will get the link of the video in the slides, and you can also see the link in the handout. Let's move on to the next point. Just to come back to where we stopped, when you have come up with your business vision, it is really crucial to focus on it. And I have prepared some focus tips for you. The first tip is do the important things, not the urgent things first, and really follow your plan. Keep track of your company performance using specific deadlines. Stick to your vision. Do not change your strategy too early. People really hate change management, both customers and employees. And if you have done proper goal setting and strategic planning, if you have built a team, have done marketing and customer acquisition for your product or service, the results would usually show up within about 6 months. If the results are really different from what you have expected, it is necessary to do an analysis of your company, considering all factors which contribute to these results, and review your business strategy. Finally, in this case, adjust your goals, only if necessary. Now, I would like to share with you the vision secret of successful entrepreneurs. So, the vision secret of successful entrepreneurs is as follows. Scan the horizon and integrate new opportunities into your vision. So you should really be broad-minded for that. Let me give you some examples of the famous people or the entrepreneurs who have reached their goals. One of them is Richard Branson. On his business way, he has always scanned the horizon and integrated new opportunities into his vision. He started from music and then moved on through multiple businesses. He has international airlines and railway, and now he has landed at Virgin Galactics. The next example is, well, I hope you recognize the lady. This is Kim Kiyosaki. She is also combining several businesses. She was very broad-minded when launching these businesses. Kim Kiyosaki is a real estate investor. She is also a trainer and the author of the Rich Woman book. The point about scanning the horizon has also some financial benefits because usually big entrepreneurs are building their MSIs. MSI is the multiple stream of income. So they are creating multiple streams of income and they are expanding their businesses. Another example is Jordan Belford. He started at Wall Street and then went to penny stocks. Now he's writing books, consulting entrepreneurs, and giving sales seminars. So he has really a very broad vision and he has always scanned the horizon and integrated the new opportunities into his vision. Now let's move on to the next exercise. Let's create a motto for your company. A motto or a slogan usually reflects your vision and your company's mission statement. You can see several examples on the screen. The Apple example is very famous. Think different. Richard Branson's Virgin example, screw it, let's do it. And you can see also our motto, bringing your business idea to light. When creating your motto, brevity is really the key. So try using Twitter's kind of 140-character template when you're drafting your message. You know, make it unique to your company, make it memorable, keep it real, and maybe just for fun, imagine it on the bottom of the coat of arms. Take 2 to 3 minutes and please create a motto for your company. So let's round up with this exercise. I hope you have created a motto for your company, having all these examples. And I would like to finish today's session with this quotation. Live your vision and demand your success. So what you have accomplished today? First of all, you have created a clear vision for your company using the big and the deep perspective. We had several exercises on that. Secondly, you have found out the vision secret of successful entrepreneurs. Just scan the horizon. And finally, you have created a motto for your company. Here are the resources for you to use. For your homework, please use this video link on YouTube about the vision statement. You can also get the handouts from us. We are giving free handouts if you sign up at www.startupbooster.com. And we are sending you all the webinar replays and additional information. What would you like to learn in the next sessions? We are flexible and we would like to know your point of view. Just write your wishes in the chat or send us an email to contact@startupbooster.com. We also encourage you to join our Facebook group, where you can also write your questions and comments, get all the updates, webinar replay links, and take part in the discussions. The only thing we cannot send via Facebook is the handout, so please sign up at www.startupbooster.com. And in this slide, you can currently see the Facebook link. You can find us on www.facebook.com/startupbooster2015. Please share the webinar replay with the people who might like it or who really need it, who are about to launch their own company or who are in the beginning of their startup. They might find this information really useful. See you at the next session. Thank you for being with us today, and see you at the 4th session, which will deal with your business strategy in 1 week from now on Saturday, February 28th, the same time, 7 o'clock German time. Thank you very much for your attention, and I'm giving the word to Daria. Maybe she has some comments just to finish the session.
Hi again, guys. So yeah, thank you from my side as well for being with us tonight, and we hope you're enjoying the sessions. And as well, I would like to let you know that next week we're going to review the business strategy. We're going to review lots of business models, and it's going to be really, really experience and put the knowledge to the action type of webinar. See you next webinar, and have a nice weekend.
Thank you. See you next week. Bye-bye.